And welcome back to the Crypto Hawk Show. We've got two cryptocurrencies we're going over today. Today is about the first of the month, and that's when I get my crypto allowance. I'm going to tell y'all which one I got. And that crypto will be Redstone. Now, if I look, I got it at Caleb and Brown. Let me look at my portfolio. I spent my whole month's worth of crypto allowance on Redstone. Take a look. It's my number 2 holding. Right now, HBAR. Now, number 2 as far as how much money I got in it. My number 1 on Caleb Brown is HBAR. Now, I've got 3 times as much HBAR as Redstone. The Redstone is my number 2 holding. Right now, my number 3 holding is Wormhole, then Flare. And that's all I'm going to say. And these are all according to money. Like how much money I got in it. Not the number of tokens. So I'm going to go over Redstone today and explain to you why I chose it. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advising. I have no idea about anything. I stay high 24/7. Cocaine, heroin, PCP, mushrooms, LSD, methamphetamines. I'm super fucking high 24/7. You have no idea. So with that, if you're okay with that person giving you financial advice, then there you go. Don't mind if you get wrecked. All right. First 5 people is 552 Man, Brian Edwards, AJ Singh, DOS Man, MAB 1914, 95 American Muscle. Let me take a look at who's here. Looks like Ian Griffin got booted by YT. They will do that. If that keeps happening, find the send feedback button. Mine is on the left side here. There it is. It looks like a little quotation mark says send feedback. Send a feedback every day. And if you get tired of that shit, then just start a new account, use somebody else's name and contact information and stuff. Let me just look through the comments. Wayne Williams from Texas. Chris Sharpie likes LSD. I got Redstone at 38 cents when you mentioned it before. Thanks, Hulk. Let me take a look. Redstone. 44 cents right now. Okay. Now, what I did is I went through all my holdings. Not all. I went through half my Caleb Brown holdings. And I chose Redstone to put everything in it for the month. So let's go over why. Let me find my deep dive. Oh, don't tell me, son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? Grok, are you? Oh my God, are you shitting me? Holy fuck. No fucking way. Grok just went out. I lost my... Okay, I got it over here. False alarm, but Grok is out of service. Wow. I'm going to have to get Claude as well. This is ridiculous. That one, that one. Okay, let me click out of that and that. That's so fucking stupid. Redstone. Why did Crypto Hulk choose Redstone? Boy, Jave. Redstone. So we're going to kind of do a deep dive on Redstone. Welcome to the show. If you don't have Redstone yet, you should run right out there and get it. Just put all your money in it. You can imagine, mortgage the house, everything you can. Sell your children, sell a kidney or two. Redstone has a crypto token called RED. It was launched in February 2025. Everybody, this is a brand new one. I don't know why they're talking about started the project in 2020. Maybe the project started in 2020. The token was released in February. That makes sense. So February, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. The token's been around 8 months. The founders are Alex Suvorov, Jacob, and Marcin, who started the project in 2020. Oh, listen up. Let me do a super quick deep dive here. Hold on. Let me check something here. Oh man. Okay. I got this deep dive lined up. Research suggests Redstone works with fintech and crypto companies like Securitize. Oh my God. This is what I'm here for. All right. Securitize is a Redstone. They're working with them. Redstone is backed by Coinbase Ventures. Why is that a big deal? Well, Coinbase is probably the biggest crypto exchange in the world. Coinbase is a partner of Blackrock and JP Morgan. So Blackrock is only the world's biggest financial advisor. That's not a big deal at all. BlackRock is also a partner of Securitize. Oh, that's a big fucking deal. So you got Redstone working with Securitize, who's buddy-buddy with BlackRock, the largest financial institution in the entire world. Coinbase is in on this because Coinbase and BlackRock are partners. And guess what? The world's biggest bank, JP Morgan, is a partner of Coinbase. So you got Coinbase in the middle, BlackRock on one side, JP Morgan on the other, and Securitize all over it like flies on horse shit. Okay, tokenizing the fuck out of whatever they can do. Now, why is Securitize? That's a big deal because Securitize is also a Ripple partner tokenizing things. Oh, shit. I'm showing you. That's why I put everything this month I had into Redstone. Here's the article right here. Ripple and Securitize. Listen to this. Whoo-wee. Coming in hot. Wait till you hear this. This article right here. 6 days ago. Ripple Ripple partner Securitize bring what? The Ripple Labs USD to Blackrock. Oh, shit. And Van Nex. Tokenized funds. A new smart contract on Securitize's platform enables investors to swap shares for Ripple Labs USD. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Ripple Labs stablecoin is now integrated into what? Blackrock. Oh, fuck. 6 days ago, the article. I've been waiting to buy this shit. I've been waiting for that Kevin Brown check to come in. Ripple Labs USD is integrated into Blackrock. Oh, my God. Who did it for him? Securitize. And Van Neck is also integrated as well. Now, what other crypto is Securitize integrated with? R3 Corda. Here's your evidence right here. I'm telling you what, everybody, this whole thing. Here's the article right here. Securitize Japan launches digital securities platform with NTT. I want you to see something here because this is so massive right here. What this show today, I'm showing you what we are. Maybe we're not as far away as I thought we were. I think you're playing games. We got secure. So remember what we got going. We got Securitize. They tokenize shit, okay? They're working for Blackrock to tokenize on their BUIDL platform, BUIDL. Blackrock is the biggest financial company in the entire world. They have a crypto called Ondo. You can buy that at Caleb and Brown. You can buy Ripple at Caleb and Brown, the XRP. You got Axelar mixed up in all this too. That's on Caleb and Brown. You can buy that crypto there. Now we have an article here. Securitize Japan. This article is from April of this year. So we got BlackRock tokenizing treasuries. They're using Securitize. 6 days ago or whatever, Ripple joined Securitize because BlackRock is now integrating the Ripple stablecoin. None of this is a big deal, right? Okay. But Crypto Hulk, the price. Okay. You're a C student. So now we have Securitize, who's associated with Ripple, BlackRock, Ondo, Axelar. They're all buddies. Now, Securitize is digitizing securities, not just treasuries. Now they're digitizing securities, you know, stocks, bonds, and all that shit. And they're working with NTT Data. Securitize Japan and NTT Data have launched a digital securities platform. You want to know why that's a big deal? Let me show you. Because the R3 Corda platform, it works with NTT. Oh, damn. Now it's starting to get a really big deal. Right there. Project Leonidas from 2 years ago. R3 is delighted to join forces with YZI Labs and NTT Data. Now let's look at R3 for the brand new people. Here's your article here. Let me do a copy and a paste. R3 is utilizing the XDC crypto. There's your evidence. That's sold at Caleb and Brown. Look down below the channel. You'll see a more button. Click on it. You'll see Caleb and Brown and the Crypto Hulk lawyer right there. I highly suggest you hook up. I had my Crypto Hawk law firm appointment today. We named 2 of the LLCs that I'm going to have. I'm going to put the house in one and one of my businesses in the other one and do some other things underneath it. Going to get back to me. They're going to get back to me October 16. And give me a status update on that. So there's the evidence there. Our 3-quarter network is working with NTT data. Securitize is working with NTT to tokenize securities. All these cryptos are working together. Here's this article. Ripple and Securitize bring the Ripple Labs USD to Blackrock and Van Eck. A new smart contract on Securitize platform enables investors to swap shares for Ripple Labs USD, creating a 24/7 stablecoin off-ramp for tokenized treasuries. That's with Blackrock and Van Eck. This is so massive. Ripple's all in there. XDC is all in there. Ondo, Axelar, all these cryptos you can buy at Caleb and Brown. I'm trying to show you right now the biggest events right now. I'm showing you what cryptos are involved. Some of you are brand new. All you care about is tomorrow. You're going to get fucking wrecked, okay, unless you understand what we're talking about here. We're talking about buying cryptos that BlackRock is involved in. The biggest financial institution in the entire world. These are the cryptos you need to seriously consider, okay? I'm showing you the foundation of the financial future of the entire world. I'm showing you what cryptos they're using right now. And at what scale is this? This is the global scale right here. It doesn't get any bigger than this. NTT hooking up with R3 Corda to tokenize with Securitize all the world's treasuries, stocks, bonds, all of it, derivatives. It's very interesting what we got going on. Redstone is mixed up in all this. Now we go back to the crypto, Redstone. That's why I put all my crypto allowance this month into Redstone. Now, Redstone is backed by Coinbase Ventures. Do you see how it's all connected here? I hope you do, because if not, you're going to get wrecked. I bought Redstone because Redstone's a partner of Coinbase. Coinbase is linked up with BlackRock, the biggest investment company in the world, and they're going to be tokenizing just about everything in the whole fucking planet. That's not a big deal, right? Next, Coinbase is also, on the other side, a partner of the world's most systemically important bank, JP Morgan. All 3 of those, they're working with a company called Securitize. They're tokenizing the fuck out of everything. You got the XDC crypto mixed up in that. You got Ripple mixed up in that. Ondo, Axelar, all these for sale at Caleb and Brown. Now, we've got Redstone, who is all up in this mix, and it's all backed. Redstone's backed by Coinbase, and guess who else? Arrington Capital. Who is Michael Arrington? No, this isn't a Jeopardy game. Who is Michael Arrington? That's the answer. Michael Arrington's one of Brad Garlinghouse's best friends in crypto, okay? Do you see where all this is at? That's why I got Redstone. It's just all the connections just never fucking end. Now, Securitize is mixed up in this. That means indirectly Blackrock and Apollo and other massive companies. Redstone's been around since 2020. They launched a token February 2025. I'm going to cherry pick the article. July 2024, Arrington Capital comes into this. Right now, there are 70 blockchains hooked up to Redstone. Redstone works with financial and crypto companies, notably partnering with Securitize. And they're tokenizing assets to Solana as well. Oh, shit. Indirectly connecting to financial institutions like BlackRock and Apollo. Redstone also serves 160 DeFi clients, including Spark, EtherFi. You ever heard of them? If not, you should. Let's continue. Redstone is a blockchain oracle provider, kind of like a Chainlink, okay? In 2020, Redstone aimed to build a modular blockchain oracle providing reliable data feeds for decentralized applications. They focus on DeFi. So that's at the end. You're not getting rich tomorrow off this. DeFi is at the end when you put it all together. Now let's bump this up. In 2022, Redstone got Coinbase and Arrington Capital to join them. So 2 years after they started, they got two massive partners right there. It allowed them to hook up with 60 blockchains, including Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, and others. They have Ethereum virtual machines. Redstone had an investor, the guy who's a Polygon co-founder, Sandeep Nailwal. He's a Polygon co-founder. He invested and helps in this company. The guy that started Aave and Lens. So Aave and Lens, his name is Stani Kulachov. He's also involved in this as well. The guy named Alex Glukowski, you ever heard of ZK Sync? They're involved in this as well. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk, this is fucking massive. Yep, that's why I put my whole September money into this project. Let me see how much compared to Hedera, my Redstone is about almost 65% of my Hedera. The Redstone, I got fierce numbers in Redstone now. One more month, and I'll have the same amount if I want in Redstone and Hedera. Give it about another month or so, and I could probably have the same Hedera, Redstone 1-to-1. Those are my ratios right there. I'm telling you, once I went through this information again, we went over Redstone about 3 months ago, maybe 3.5. It was back in June. I asked Grok for an update on everything they've done since. I reread basically just the updates, and I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah. A lot of shit's happened since I said, you know what? This is not going to be 30 cents or whatever it is for long. Let me look here. Okay. There are some other things that happened. Securitize. Let me just look here. Okay, since all that stuff plus since we last went over this, we went over this in June of this year. The very next month, July, they launched of the first Oracle with native liquidation intelligence. There's no other crypto that has done this. July 29, 2025, about 1 month after we looked at Redstone, they came out with the world's first Oracle with native liquidation intelligence. Redstone introduced a new Oracle product enabling Oracle extractable value. It's zero latency liquidations and immediate on-chain price updates. That's one. Next, we went over this crypto in June. 2 months later, Redstone came out with their 6-month earnings. They had unprecedented growth in the first half of 2025. So right when June ended, that's when we learned about Redstone on this channel for the first time in June. They added up January through June's paychecks, and then in August published them. They set records. So we didn't have access to that when we read the article. Now, in September 4th, they acquired a company called Credora. Credora and debut of Oracle-powered DeFi credit ratings. Redstone acquired Credora, an on-chain credit rating platform backed by Coinbase Ventures. There we go. This merger combines Redstone's real-time market data with Credora's DeFi credit rating expertise, debuting the world's first Oracle-powered credit rating for DeFi. This acquisition aims to address risk assessment gaps in DeFi. It supports protocols like Morpho and attracting institutional liquidity. That's what we want, a crypto that attracts institutional liquidity, not just people like you and me buying and selling, doing dumb shit. Now, September 7th, I'm just saying what it reads here. September 7th, token price breakout. Redstone broke out to $1. So what is it at right now? 44 cents. Back in September, about 3 weeks ago, this sucker hit $1. Oh, damn. I dare you to do it again. That would have been nice. I think so. It helps Solana, is what it does. It greatly helps Solana. I think I'm going to call it a wrap with Redstone. Let me click out of it. Let me look through some of the comments here. All right, next crypto. I saw this article on YZI Labs, YZI Labs. Let me do a copy paste. Now, if we look here, YZI Labs invests in US dollar AI stablecoin protocol. Now, there's going to be, I'm going to show you the Grok deep dive with this, but there's cryptos also involved in this as well. Some of them you might want to look into. YZI Labs has recently invested in USD AI, a stablecoin protocol designed to support the growing infrastructure needs of the artificial intelligence industry. The specific investment amount was not disclosed, but the announcement marks a significant step forward for both companies. Now, what's interesting, USD AI has already raised $13 million with popular investors such as Framework Ventures, Dragonfly, and that company Bullish, the Peter Thiel, he's mixed up in this. Now, for some of you that don't know, Peter Thiel, he's started PayPal with Elon Musk. Peter Thiel is like, he only invests in stuff that ends up making you millions. Now, Arbitrum is also mixed up in this. It's USD AI. The AI sector is evolving at a very rapid pace, and analysts predict that it will need to spend over $6 trillion on infrastructure development over the next 5 years. Much of this financing is, however, only available to big companies that have access to large capital markets. Stablecoin loans. So, listen to this. USD AI innovative approach is already showing results. The protocol has achieved a total value locked of more than $62 million. Oh my God. That means this crypto, there's $62 million backing it. That's pretty amazing right there. Check some comments here. Then we'll get into the deep dive. Now let's look here at this deep dive. What is YZ and then I Labs? YZI Labs is a prominent investment firm focused on Web3. Again, Web3 comes at the very end. Not right. You won't be rich next week off this. Just letting you know. YZI Labs is a prominent investment firm focused on Web3 and biotech, managing around $10 billion in assets. It originated as Binance Labs. Ta-da! So what YZI Labs is, it's Binance. Just let you know. Binance Labs, but it rebranded in early 2025. YZI Labs has no native crypto token of its own. There you go. It's a venture capital entity, not a token issuing project. Now, YZI Labs does invest in cryptos. Remember, it's Binance, okay? So here's a crypto called Aster, and it's ASTER. I think it's around $1 or $5 or something. That's one of the crypto projects they got going. Another crypto project we went over probably a few months ago, it's called ENA, ENA for Ethena. Remember that one? The one that you guys pump dumped and got rid of at 15 cents? I think it's now up to like 50 cents, all right? So at 4x. This one's called ENA. It's the Athena Labs crypto token. It's a stable coin. You got Plume, Plume. That's Stuart Lavelle's favorite crypto, Plume. I own Plume. I'm not going to tell you how many I got, but the value of my Plume is half of what I got in Wormhole, Axelar, Zebek, XDC, Flare. I got about half. So the money I got in Plume is about half of those 4 cryptos, each one. Like Reserve Rights Token, Axelar, Zebek, XDC. My Plume is about half of my XDC, the value. Let's continue. So we got Plume is working with this. BounceBit, Renzo. You got BounceBit. It's BB. It's a crypto. You got Renzo. It's a crypto. REZ. You got Soli Protocol. SOLV. Solve. SOLV Protocol. That's a crypto that's involved in this. You got MyShell AI. It's SHELL. That's a crypto that's involved in this. You got a crypto called NF Prompt. The ticker is NF as in Frank, P for Paul. And then again, you have Athena, which is USD, Tether B for boy. Now, the tokens I just read off, my favorite's Plume, obviously. They represent Binance Labs' push into fintech. Now, Aster, the crypto Aster, ASTER, it enables high-speed derivatives trading. Now, who's the founder of the Binance Labs is Changpeng Zhao. He started YZI Labs. And that is it on YZI Labs. Let me click out of that. Check my comments here. Mr. OG's like, I like to plume it. I want to plume it, so I will plume it. Okay, I think you've had a little bit too much caffeine. Let's take a little break. Flunk says, imagine we don't have to give up our XR XRP ledger to the government, it'd just be such a happy camper. I'd be such a happy camper. You know what? We just don't know. That's why I don't overbuy XRP. When I first started the channel, I just was going to have 2 cryptos, and that's it. XRP and VeChain. That was 5.5 years ago. People like, oh, you've changed. Da, da, da. Yeah, it's called learning, retard. It's called learning. Something you haven't done, which is very obvious you haven't done it. We've learned on this channel over the years. We now have a crypto law firm to protect our crypto. We got Caleb Brown with Fireblocks to protect the crypto again. And you got me, the star of the show. I'm here to help deep dive and show you new cryptos. If you're interested in any of the ones we talked about today, get them at Caleb Brown if they sell them. Now, as far as the XRP and keeping it, look, I really think any of the ISOs, it's very possible the governments will take them. If they don't, great. Congratulations. Okay, awesome. But if they do, I just want you prepared. Don't overbuy that shit. All right? That's why I got 18 cryptos. So let me look at my Caleb Brown list. Hedera, ISO 20022 compliant. They could take that. XDC, ISO 20022 compliant. They could take that. Algorand, I believe, ISO 20022 compliant. They could take that. That's 3 of my cryptos. Stellar, ISO 20022 compliant. They could take that. I don't have much Stellar. So there you have it. I got about 3, maybe 4-ish or something, maybe. And like I said, I don't know if they're going to take them. But I know what happened with gold. Back when the United States went on a gold standard and all the Federal Reserve and all that, they started the Federal Reserve. What happened to gold? The government wanted to take it all. What happens if the government goes on a whole new money? So we know it's, look, we all know it's fucking coming. All right. Let's not pretend like this shit's not going to happen. There is a whole, that's why the fuck we're here. Well, at least the fuck I'm here. I'm trying to show you guys different crypto options. Do not overbuy ISOs. Please don't do that. You might get financially destroyed. Okay. There's certain people on the internet, all they do is talk about backing the truck up and getting XRP. That's the dumbest fucking shit, okay? Just get some. I don't know, 5 or 10,000 of them. That'd be fine. If you want to get 20,000, fine. But not at $3 a piece. See, you should have been buying this shit when XRP was like, whatever. But look, some people say, well, you could buy it now for $3. What if it goes to 10,000, 50,000 like you said it might? First off, I'm high 24/7. I don't know what the price will go to. I've looked at it. Now, if they burn up half of it, that's a good sign. Just like Stellar burned up half. They had 100 billion. Now they got 50. But Stripe owns 1 out of 25 Stellars. So Stripe owns like 2 billion. So that leaves 48 billion Stellars floating around. What if XRP did the same thing? It burned up half. Every month, the escrow goes to XRP Ripple. For the day, it would take 4 years. They could burn it up one month at a time. Just burn it up, right? And they could. Now we're left with 50 billion or whatever instead of 100 billion. That could work. I don't know how it goes. I don't have all the answers. What I was talking to somebody, $500 member the other day, because we go over like stuff like strategies and stuff. And I'm not going to get into what we were talking about because they pay for that information. But yeah, you should consider not overloading yourself with ISOs. Okay, next article. Let's go. New bank. Here we go. Warren Buffett invests in a crypto bank called New Bank, and it was in Brazil, not in the United States. Yes, sirree. Want you guys to see what's going on. And I'm telling you what, this is kind of exciting. New bank applies. Okay, let me kind of, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. I've shown you over the years different projects that start. Ripple Singapore, Ripple China, Ripple Russia. Get it, right? Like those. Okay. They haven't disappeared. If we look, if you look, see, I have the Ripple customer list. 2013, 14, no other channel has a Ripple customer list. I think I was given that by my higher power or the universe or whatever you want to call it. I didn't find it on my own. Something wanted me to have it. I know when Ripple had this court trial, Ripple wanted a lot of documents sealed. What was it? How Ripple started, I have that information. How they started, who their partners were, how they incentivized those partners. Okay? I got it all. 2013, 14. After that, I don't have it. But I do have how it all started with Ripple China, Ripple Russia, and all this. It's fucking amazing, the shit that I got. And I know exactly how Ripple incentivized all these different countries with colleges involved and relationships with government. It's all that stuff. I got it. It's pretty amazing. The court hearing with Ripple and Gary Gensler, they sealed all the documents so nobody could see. Oh, Crypto Hulk has the customer list and all the little advertising campaigns and how they did it all. I got the information. Not by my will, but somebody upstairs wanted me to have it. So in certain times, I'll show you guys certain things. I don't show you all of it because some of it's going to get me. I already lost a channel already. I don't want to lose another YT channel. So I'm not. That's why I don't just dump. I don't do a data dump and put this shit out because it's, this is all government stuff. I'm not trying to have a 5 minutes of fame on my channel and then have a bunch of guys with suits and guns at the front door and shit and just having me sign disclaimers that if I hold any more YouTube programs or social media, I'm going to jail. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. So that's why I haven't data dumped all this shit. But yeah, I got 2013, 14, all the Ripple partners, their wallet addresses, how they incentivized. It's lovely. It's fucking awesome. But I got to kind of be good because I'm not trying to lose my channel or end up in jail. Because this is national and I can't say security and they can throw my ass in jail. And I'm not trying to do all that. That's not going to be any fun. So I got to behave. And they restrict my channel so bad that they know what I have. And they know that I know I better be good or I won't have an audience at all, except from a jail cell. It'll be some big dude who's 7'6" who's wanting to get a freak on, So I'm going to be cool. So here's what I can tell you, because I've told you this stuff before. So here we go in this little journey. This will be our last article. Now, Warren Buffett goes into Brazil to start one of the first crypto banks in the world. Okay, one of. I'm not saying the only one. It's one of. Let's say South America. The first crypto bank in South America. Now, Brazil already had Ripple there. Let's look at some of the article right here. Here's our evidence right here. Ripple already, and I have this. I have these articles from 2013 and 14 with Brazil and how Ripple did. I'm not going to show all this stuff because I'm not trying to get in trouble. Eric M, smash the like button. So here's the article right here. The article shows us Latin America's first Ripple gateway. Here we go. Now serving 7 local markets. Launched by e-payments provider AstroPay, Ripple LATAM will serve Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, and more. Now, I have Ripple LATAM, the evidence. Let's go here. If you go to Crypto Hawk channel, you go under posts, and let's scroll down. I'll let you know where it's at. I have the only evidence of Ripple LATAM. It's tough to find. I think I'm getting close. We got Ripple dividend with China. I got it all. Ripple trade with Japan, like 2014. I got SBI Holdings. Verified Ripple partner 2014. Everybody else thinks it's 2015, 16. It's not. It's 2014. I got the evidence. Then we got Ripple Singapore evidence there. Let me find Ripple Market Maker, how they did all that shit. There's the guy that really invented crypto right there. That's 7 months ago. Arthur Brito. I was going to do a full background on the Arthur Brito guy, but again, that's probably going to lead me to a 3-letter agency. So I decided not to do it, but I gave you the information. If you want to do it, there it is. But I'm not getting mixed up in that because that's going to end up bad. Trying to find it. I'm going to have to give up if I don't find it soon. There's Zinfin, where the Chinese run Zinfin. Oh, there's Z Payment right there. If you want to know the Russian connection, that's 1 year ago. If you go back to Crypto Hulk 1 year ago on the post section, you'll see Z Payment. Nobody else on the planet has that except me and you. Here we go. Here's Ripple LATAM. Let me give you that. That's 1 year ago I posted it. But we had this information 3 years ago. Okay, let me do a copy and a paste. There, right there, you're looking at Ripple LATAM. If you look at the bottom left corner, 2013, Ripple Latin America. They're talking about XRP, the new virtual currency. This isn't XRapid. This isn't messaging. This is XRP, the currency. That's what they're calling it right here. So I have evidence that Ripple has been in Brazil. And what other Latin American countries, Crypto Hulk? Let's read them off. Argentina, Brazil, Mexico. there was something called Ripple LATAM. I showed you it. It was in Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Mexico, Peru, and Uruguay. Warren Buffett's bank that he invested in, the new bank, comes out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ripple has a headquarters there. Ripple's been in Brazil since 2013. I showed you the evidence, okay? What happened is Warren Buffett wanted in on crypto, so he got in outside of the United States, used it in his company and all that, and it works. So now he wants to come to the United States to launch it, okay? This is what's happening right here. He's applying to the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency of the United States saying, hey, my name's Warren Buffett. Now, he might have sold out of this new bank. I don't know, but he was at one point like 1/3 of the owner, maybe half, okay? But he owned this new bank, and now new bank is coming to the United States to set up shop. It's all done. It's all proven, right? They tested it for all these years. It works. That's how this works. Ripple China, they did it. They tested it. It works. Ripple Singapore, they did it. They tested it, and it works. That's what happens. Then they go silent. Ripple Russia, they did it. They tested it on Z payment, and it works. Over and over. It's the same fucking pattern. They use it, they test it, they move it around, they got the wallets. I've shown you the addresses before. Some of these wallets, they're still putting money in and moving around nice and slow. Still active after 10 years, Ripple Singapore and all that shit, okay? That's how this works. It's done, it's tested. Maybe they tested with some other banks. It's all on the DL, okay? The Ripple wallet addresses. And now, new bank is coming to the United States, and they want to get a banking license, a banking charter from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Very amazing. I'm telling you what, can you see it's all coming together? If you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you can definitely see this shit's coming together. Now, let me tell you something. New bank. Who's on the board of directors? You guys are not going to believe this. Brian Brooks. Brian Brooks, former acting comptroller of the currency and the chairman, current chairman and CEO of Meridian Capital Group. Brian Brooks is mixed up in this. Who is he? He used to run Binance. So Brian Brooks used to be the lawyer from Binance. He quit. He went to work for the United States government with Trump. Trump got replaced. He left. Then they put in some guy named Stephen Hasso. Steve and then HSO, whatever his fucking name is. This guy was a fucking tool. He worked in the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. He stalled shit for 4 years, just like Biden. Now, guess what? Brian Brooks is back. This guy's awesome. Brian Brooks. He is so fucking smart. And he's in charge of New Bank, along with somebody from CIT Group, CIT Group. That's massive. That's where I think Stuart Alderati came from. I think he did. Stuart Alderati used to be the head lawyer for the CIT Group. Guess what? Now Stuart Alderati's working with Ripple for the past few years. Oh, and guess what? They have a United States Treasury Department executive and current founder. Her name is Kelly Morrell. She's a chief strategy officer, so she's all involved in this as well. Treasury Department executive. Just saying. United States Treasury. Very interesting, everybody. They're trying to get a loan. Right here. New Bank, founded 2013. Well, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. Copyright 2013, Ripple LATAM. Look, I'm the only channel that has evidence like this. I show you New Bank started in 2013 in Brazil and shit. Look what we got right here. I got Ripple LATAM, copyright 2013. Original web page. Yes, it looks pretty low budget, but nonetheless, I'm the only one with the evidence, okay? So that's proof that Ripple was in Brazil, Latin America, because what do we got? Copyright 2013, Ripple Latam. There you go. Now we're reading Nubank. Nubank's journey, it says, founded when? 2013, Sao Paulo, Brazil. There you go. Ripple was there, right there, helping out Nubank the whole time. Ripple signed a non-disclosure agreement. That is all your evidence right there, everybody. Crypto Hulk's got it, all right? They have been testing the shit out of this, Nubank, running on Ripple, right out there in front of the world. No other channel has an idea because they don't have the evidence we have on Crypto Hulk channel. They don't have the evidence of Ripple Latam 2013 copyright page. They don't have that. We do. That's how we know Ripple was in Brazil helping Nubank for the past fucking 12 years. Running XRP with no problems at all. All tested, ready to go. Okay? That is what's up. Let me delete these. We're at 1 hour and 1 minute. Let me check some comments here. What wallets support XYO layer 1? Well, I got it on my MetaMask. Let me check. I got Linnea. I don't want to tell you everything I got. Got to be a member for that one. I got XYO. I got up to $500 worth of that. And the XYO has another crypto. It's called XL1. Let me take a look. XL1. And I've got just about $100 worth of XL1. So there you go with that one. All right. Dryer Vent Solution Shop says, hey, Hulk, the CI, and I can't say A, what, just knocked on my door asking if I know Crypto Hulk. Of course, find somebody that you really hate and say, yeah, he lives at such and such street. And he's got lots of guns in there and a lot of X, and I can't say explosives. You need to raid that house because Crypto Hulk's hiding out in that house. You're going to love it. Make sure you get all on video, too. Bomb squad and everything showing up at the house. The enemy, the guy that you hate, tell him Crypto Hulk lives there. Oh, my God. It'd be beautiful. Dryer Vent Solution says, thanks for the deep dive. Look, I do my job and I get the job done. I show you all the connections. I've got the Ripple customer list from 2013-14. So I can show you how all this stuff started, how Ripple did it all, their partners and stuff, how it's all being set up. And then I do other deep dives. And I find crypto, sometimes you want to pump dump them, sometimes you want to keep them or whatever. ICE is all around our area. Yeah, in Florida and yeah. What about LCX? I own that too. But that'll be it. We are done. I got to work on tomorrow's show. I'm going to look for not a pump dump tonight. I got to work with some of my friends and figure out if there's any crypto we might want to invest in the morning. So let me get to work on that, see what I can find. We can have some fun, maybe make some money. Other than that, I'll see you all in my next broadcast.